Hello, Matt here from Guided by Light Photography, and today we're talking about media types for wall art. So on my website, for my prints, I have available 4 different types of media. One is paper, second is canvas, third is metal, and the fourth is acrylic. So we're going to go through those today. So the first is paper. This is by far the cheapest, least expensive option. Colors still turns out pretty well. I'm very happy with the paper prints from my partner here. So these are much cheaper to print themselves, but then if you want to hang paper, you usually need to frame it. And that framing, as I'm sure you know, greatly increases the overall cost in the long run. So while paper is cheaper to print on, the overall cost to hang is not necessarily that much better. Another option is canvas. I've talked about these before. The canvas still looks pretty well, pretty sharp, has a little bit more of a natural look than the metal and acrylic, which I'll show you in a little bit. And it comes printed and hangs on canvas that's stretched on these frames. So this you can just hang directly on the wall, no framing required, which saves costs. Even though the upfront print cost to print it is more expensive, it overall saves some money, can save some money in the hanging and what it takes to get it hung on the wall. And then next up we have metal print. This is printed on high gloss aluminum. And this brings out some more of the detail of the colors. Not sure if you can see it here compared to the canvas. So the canvas looks pretty good, but the metal brings out a little bit more detail, especially in these shades of bright colors. But as you can see, there's quite a bit more glare on metal compared to canvas. So depending on which wall you're planning to hang the print on, that makes a big difference. Because these metal prints, even though they do look nice and sharp, and these can also be hung directly on the wall, they come with backing, so these do not require framing as well. And then the fourth choice is acrylic. So it's similar to metal, but then it's layered with this 1/4 inch of acrylic on top, which adds sharpness and adds depth. So these are probably the sharpest, brightest looking options for prints. But as you can see, there's still a fair amount of glare on these. So these are not so great for south-facing walls or any walls that get a lot of sunshine, but these do have the brightest colors. And acrylic is the most expensive option. And so when it comes down to making your choice, it really depends on your personal tastes and where in your home you're going to hang the print. So any walls that get a lot of sun, you might want to go with paper or canvas because they're going to have the least amount of glare. But for any darker walls, or especially prints that would be hung higher in the ceiling where there's not as much glare, you may consider going for metal or acrylic because they do have sharper colors but more glare. So it really depends on you. They all look great. I'm really happy with how all of them turned out. And if you have any specific questions about particular prints and where to hang them or particular media types, feel free to reach out and I'm happy to help you make the best choice for your specific situation. So thanks for joining me today as we talk about media types, and I hope to see you soon.